Join me as I dive deep into the shocking connections between Japan's ruling party and the Yakuza, and see if I can uncover the truth behind this controversial relationship. When you think about Japan's ruling party, you probably think of policymaking, parliament, and politicians shaping the country's future. But what if I told you that behind the scenes, there's a more sinister force at play? A force that has been quietly pulling the strings and exerting its influence over Japanese politics for decades. I'm talking, of course, about the Yakuza, Japan's notorious organized crime syndicates. The allegations and concerns surrounding the ruling party's connections to organized crime are nothing new. For years, experts and whistleblowers have been sounding the alarm, warning of the corrosive influence that the Yakuza has over Japanese politics. But despite the mounting evidence, the ruling party has consistently denied any wrongdoing, dismissing the claims as baseless rumors. But I'm here to tell you that the evidence is real, and it's damning. One of the most disturbing aspects of this scandal is the sheer scale of the problem. We're not talking about a few rogue politicians or isolated incidents of corruption. No, we're talking about a systemic issue that goes all the way to the top. From bribery and embezzlement to outright extortion and violence, the Yakuza's tentacles reach deep into the heart of Japanese politics. And the implications are staggering. If true, this means that the very people we trust to lead our country are in bed with the very people we're supposed to fear the most. So, what does this mean for Japanese society and politics as a whole? The answer is simple: it means that the rule of law is being subverted, and the democratic process is being hijacked by organized crime. It means that the people of Japan are being lied to, manipulated, and betrayed by those who are supposed to serve them. And it means that the country's future is being held hostage by the interests of the Yakuza. Let's take a step back and look at the historical context of the Yakuza's involvement with political figures. It's a story that stretches back decades, with roots in post-war Japan's tumultuous politics. The Yakuza, sensing an opportunity to exploit the power vacuum, began to forge close ties with politicians and businessmen. And as the years went by, these relationships only deepened, with the Yakuza providing muscle and influence in exchange for protection and patronage. One of the most notorious examples of this unholy alliance is the case of the Liberal Democratic Party's, LDP, former Secretary General, who was arrested in the 1980s for accepting bribes from the Yakuza. Or take the case of the politician who was accused of funneling public funds to Yakuza-controlled construction companies. These aren't isolated incidents, they're just the tip of the iceberg. According to experts, the Yakuza's involvement in Japanese politics is so pervasive that it's become a normalized part of the political landscape. Political observers have noted that the Yakuza's influence is particularly strong in the construction and real estate sectors, where huge sums of money are at stake. And it's precisely this kind of corruption that undermines the trust between citizens and their government. The evidence is clear: the Yakuza's grip on Japanese politics is real, and it's getting tighter by the day. But what about the most shocking or unexpected piece of evidence that ties the ruling party to the Yakuza? Well, that's what I'm about to reveal to you. It's a story that's been hidden in plain sight, but its implications are explosive. In the 1990s, a prominent Yakuza leader was caught on tape boasting about his close ties to a senior LDP politician. The tape, which was obtained by a Japanese newspaper, reveals a shocking level of collusion between the two, with the Yakuza leader bragging about how he could deliver votes and funding to the politician's campaign. And what's even more stunning is that this politician went on to become a minister in the Japanese government. This is the smoking gun, folks. This is the proof that the ruling party and the Yakuza are in bed together. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The implications are profound, and they go all the way to the top of Japanese politics. So, what have we learned today? We've learned that the allegations of the ruling party's connections to the Yakuza are not just whispers, they're based on cold, hard evidence. We've learned that this is a systemic problem that requires a systemic solution. And we've learned that the people of Japan deserve better, they deserve a government that serves them, not the interests of organized crime. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you have any thoughts on this topic, please share them in the comments below. And don't forget to check out my other videos for more insights into Japanese politics and the Yakuza's shadowy world.